welcome to the deep dive. So if you spend any time at all on social media lately, uh, Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube, it's pretty much unavoidable.
exactly, you have almost certainly been served an ad for a product called Cvioert Dentures.
And that's what we're digging into today, right? The marketing and the commercial profile behind it.
Precisely. Our mission is to analyze its huge online footprint, its strategy, and really just focus on the consumer transparency indicators.
Oh, we should probably be very clear up top.
Oh, absolutely. This is strictly educational commentary. It is not, and I want to repeat this, it is not medical advice. We are analyzing marketing claims, not giving any health guidance.
Right. So this product has achieved incredible visibility.
So how do we even start to analyze the credibility of a brand that seems to have just appeared out of nowhere and is suddenly everywhere?
Well, what's fascinating here is the massive contradiction you find right away just doing an initial maturity check.
A contradiction. How so?
On one hand, you have a product that is, hyperviral. It's everywhere because of heavy paid promotion. But if you look under the hood, the digital footprint is tiny.
What do you mean?
The website was registered just recently, specifically on January 21st, 2025.
Wait, hold on. This year. January this year.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago.
But how is that possible? They've saturated global social media, but the site is brand new. I thought a brand claiming to be dentist recommended needs years of history, not weeks.
That contrast is a huge signal. It points to a very specific e-commerce strategy. Some might call it an e-commerce hit-and-run model.
A hit and run.
It's all about maximizing visibility and profit as fast as possible. You just flood platforms that reward high ad volume, and you bypass the need for any, long-term operational history or organic growth. The goal is to scale fast.
Before widespread negative reviews can catch up.
Exactly.
Okay, that impacts the digital side of things. So let's look at the actual product. What are they claiming versus what are people actually experiencing?
The core marketing is designed for maximum appeal. It's frictionless. The claims are no glue required, installs in 1 second.
1 second.
And the really big one, a perfect fit for everyone.
For everyone, that's a huge promise. And how does that square with what consumers are reporting on, say, third-party review sites?
Well, the reality seems miles away from the marketing. We found numerous reviews citing issues with, poor product fit, a non-realistic appearance.
Okay, so it doesn't fit well.
But more critically, a lot of users reported that their orders never arrived at all.
Wow.
Or, even worse, customer support became entirely unresponsive right after their payment was processed.
So bad fit, fulfillment issues.
Right.
Let's follow the money trail. The sales strategy here must be interesting.
It's extremely aggressive, high-volume discounts. We're talking buy one, get one free, or buy two, get two free.
Promotions slashing prices by, what was it, like $175?
Mm-hmm.
But isn't heavy discounting just standard e-commerce practice these days? Why is that a red flag here?
It's about the context. This is supposed to be a legitimate, patented medical-grade solution.
Right.
Real custom dentures require a professional fitting. They cost hundreds, often thousands of dollars. Legitimate dental suppliers are not using BOGO deals to move product fast. It's just not how that industry works.
That makes sense. It's a completely different sales model.
And the website structure confirms this. This is the part that's really wild. If you look at what else the site sells,
Okay, right.
right alongside this specialized dental product, they sell knee pads,
You're kidding me. Knee pads.
dental tools, posture correctors, and my personal favorite, dog vests.
So it's not a specialized medical company. It's the digital version of a generic flea market stall.
It totally undermines the idea of focused medical distribution. It masters nothing.
So let's summarize this for everyone listening.
The key takeaway is this striking pattern of inconsistencies. You have widespread, very expensive advertising and these grand claims, but that's contrasted sharply by a brand new digital footprint, a lot of reported fulfillment issues, and this non-specialized generic e-commerce structure.
So the analysis really points to these major discrepancies. The product's self-proclaimed status as a patented medical solution.
Yeah.
It just doesn't align with its high discount sell anything and everything sales environment.
It really doesn't.
Which I think raises a really important final question for you, the consumer. When these specialized products become hyper-viral, how should you weigh the sheer volume of advertising you see every day against these independent indicators of market credibility and, well, actual focused expertise?